I've walked through the valley. Where are they? I've walked through wars. Who stops me? When I operate in the power of my Father, who stands in my way? Why should I care when another person is not happy with me serving my God? Is not my God the God of heaven? Is not my God the God of life? What is their God? Isn't he just a figment of their imagination? What is their God? Where is their God? Nowhere. Where is my God? Everywhere. Where is our God? Everywhere. When we walk lonely roads. And when we win, we are usually there standing alone. But where are we when we struggle? Typically, we're around people. Typically, the people are the causes of our struggle. Typically, we do better without people and we do better alone to grow in God because we hear his voice better. Don't let the sounds of the world drown out your love for God. Don't let the naysayers stop you from speaking the truth that God has placed on your heart. There is only one you. Only one you. There will never be another you. You see this sky outside. Only you will see this sky from that particular angle in which you're sitting. No one else can occupy this space where you are. You are unique. You have a unique set of fingerprints. Everything about you has been designed with a specific purpose. So understand this. Don't let the world cause you to question yourself. For we're all imperfect, but we are perfectly made as God intended, disability and all. We have to understand that each of us walk in a purpose that no one else will understand. This is why when we get to heaven and we stand before God, no one else will be there. Not our fathers, not our brothers, not our cousins, no one. Just us and God and Jesus. I'm going to tell you something that God revealed to me the other day. He said, Jamal, do you know when I say your life will testify against you in heaven? I am very literally saying your life will testify against you in heaven. And this is what he means. People think that when God is keeping a notebook, so to speak, of all our flaws and failures in life, right? But that's not how it works. Once we die, our life returns to God because he is the author of life. Our soul is what is judged. Our body returns to the dust. So essentially, we're three parts: body, life, soul. Now, when we go to heaven and we stand before God and all the angels of heaven and Jesus Christ himself, our life is going to be standing right next to us, literally standing next to us. And our life, which is loyal to God and not us, is going to testify. This is what Jamal did when he was asleep. This is what he did when no one was looking. This is what he thought. Our own life is what's going to testify to God. And our life is going to proclaim this loudly before all the angels in heaven. This is why he says, what is done in the dark will be proclaimed from the mountains. All done in the dark will be brought to light. And it's not God who is doing the condemning. It is us. Our own life is testifying against us. And who's going to stand up in front of God and say, God, my life's lying. I didn't do that. No. Listen, your life is you, but your life is loyal to God. How do we know it's loyal to God? Because when we came to this earth and we promised to find our way back to God, God told our life, you will return to me at a certain time, at a certain day, in a certain moment, and you will give account to me. This means I don't care what you're doing on earth. I don't care how many youthful procedures you've done to make yourself look younger or live longer. Once that time comes, when God says, bring Jamal home, and that timer ends, your life is not loyal to you, it's loyal to God, and you will go back to heaven in that moment. No, hey, give me extra life. None of that. You're straight back to God. And what that means is this. It's actually quite terrifying. That means that you can't finesse God. You can't glaze over stuff with God because it's your life itself that's testifying to God before you and before all of heaven. And you know what's going to happen at the end of that testimony? Your life is going to go back to God because it's from God. And your soul is going to either be promoted into heaven or condemned into hell. Now, we don't want nobody going into hell. No. But this is how good God is. God revealed to me this. He said, you know what, Jamal? Here's the secret in that day that people are going to learn. When Jesus says you believe in him, he gives you the eternal body, right? Here's the secret. God gives everybody the eternal body in that day. Now, you're going to say, whoa, 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 whoa. How is that? Whoa, what do you mean? I explain. If you pass the judgment and you go into heaven, then your eternal body, this beautiful, loved, forever body, where touch is vivid, extremely vivid, and you experience life like never before, that body goes into heaven and experiences a state of bliss which cannot be compared to anything on this earth or in this universe. And you are there forever. However, if you fail the judgment, then you go to the other place in this eternal body, which also feels pain very vivid. So a simple touch on us is like, okay, it's just a touch, but a touch in this body is going to be like an earthquake. Now, imagine being in this eternal body, which cannot be destroyed, and sent to hell for all of time in torment. This is why you are tormented forever in hell, because you are in the perfect body. And that perfect body cannot be destroyed. This is why once you're destroyed, if a person's in hell and they are destroyed, their body regenerates and they continue to be destroyed throughout all eternity because they cannot be destroyed anymore because they're in the eternal body. This is why when you go to hell and you're there, cast away from God, when he says forever, he means forever. Don't be that person to find yourself there in the beautiful, perfect, eternal body and not the person that entered into heaven. Don't be the person that missed your window into heaven by listening to people in the world. Because I tell you, the devils hate us. They hate us so much in hell. This is why they try to destroy us so bad, because God made us in his image. Everything about us reminds them of what they missed out on, what they can no longer have. And they just detest you with a passion that you've never before felt. Listen. But on earth, they're going to act like, hey, oh, where's God? Oh, so-and-so. They're going to tell you this, they're going to tell you that. They're going to try and get you to be led astray and go here. Oh, God, I understand our so and so, knowing fully well what's waiting for you if you commit all those sins and you don't return to Jesus. Listen, friends, follow God, right? I say the biggest misconception that I had, and this is me using myself as a testimony, right? As a Christian, my biggest regret is not finding God sooner. And I explained that statement. So the reason why it's my biggest regret for not finding God sooner is because I listened to those people. And those people's like, man, if you find God, you ain't gonna be able to have no fun. You ain't gonna be able to go out here and just go to no event and have no energy whatsoever. It's like it's just you're just done, right? The world is totally black and white. There is no fun. There is no anything once you find God. It's just following him and reading the Bible, and that's it in a mundane life, which is not true, right? So we know this because we found God. And I'm telling you, I've had more fun after finding God than I did before finding God. It's an entirely different type of fun. I've traveled the world. I've literally went to almost every country. I've become, well, God has blessed me to be super strong because it's not me doing it, it's him. I can leg press 1,600 pounds. I can do sit-ups with what? 1245 plates. You see what I'm saying? This is my example, right? We are not thrown away once we find God, but we are unleashed into our full potential once we find God. Let your friends know that they also can be unleashed in their full potential once they find God, but they have to do it before God gives that command. Hey, bring so and so home. Bring him here to give account of what he's done in his earthly life. Now, in that moment, are you going to find yourself in heaven or are you going to find yourself in another place? But I'm here to tell you right now, kings and queens, it is not too late. It's not too late. In this moment, in this day, you can say, Jesus, I believe you're the Son of God. I believe you came to this earth to die on the cross for our sins so that we may be atoned before God in your holy name. You are the one and only Son of God. It only takes you saying, Jesus, I give myself to you. Please create me in the image as you see me. Please use me in your purpose. Please teach me how to operate in your will. And please teach me how to overcome all these enemies. Okay. But yeah, still, Jesus, please teach me how to conquer in your name. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. I have others, and I'll be posting more content like this to the channel. So until then, you guys have a blessed day.